Here we go. We are back with Monday Night Raw review. Yes, this was a pretty good show. Yes, it was. It was a really good show. We know more updated information about the men's and the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm going to be talking about that as well, too. But first, we start off with Drew McIntyre coming down there. He was talking about his title and how him and Rollins had like similar paths, facing Lesnar, winning on a big stage and stuff like that. So out comes Garcia, and I was like, okay, he gonna come down the ring, try to attack him, but Andrade attacked him from behind again. I'm like, oh Lord, here we go with this again. So Drew beats him up. Drew gave him a Claymore. It was really loud. Boom. I was like, dang. That man, that Claymore is something else, boy. That thing is loud. I'm like, ooh wee. I was loud. So it has been confirmed it will be Drew McIntyre versus the Messiah. My man, Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. I still like him. The Messiah. Well, he should still be Monday Night Rollins. Or it used to be Raw is Jericho. How about Raw is Morgan? No, Raw is Morgan don't sound right now. That was fun. Next we had Austin Theory versus Aleister Black. This was a pretty good match. Yeah, it was a really good match. Of course, Selena Vega on commentary, talking, yabbling, stuff like that. But I mean, it was a really good match. Austin Theory, I really believe he should face. This may sound crazy. I know they're in the stable. Austin Theory should face Andrade for the U.S. title. Like seriously, like I mean, he would beat him. I mean, or give him the belt and let him, because it's like Andrade ain't really wrestling. He just got the belt for what? For nothing. So that's just what I say. Um, but it was a good match though. It really was a good match. He had a lot of near falls in the match as well. Boy, Aleister Black almost hit him with that black mass the first time. But Austin Theory hit him with a super kick, and he had some sick neck breaker. I was like, these moves is just so painful. I'm like, man, so crazy. Aleister Black had this crucial knee to the face. I'm like, man, these blows. I mean, now you can hear everything. I know I said it last week, but it's like you can hear everything. Everything is just more clearer and stuff like that. But that's how it was. So Aleister Black, Aleister Black got the victory. Hit the second Black Mass kick, and that was it, boy. That was it. Really good match though, really good match. I really hope they give Austin Theory a title shot at some point because he really do deserve it. He really do. So next up, we had Shayna Baszler in action. We had Shayna Baszler in action versus India Hartwell. And I'm like, of course, there's going to be, oh shit, not again, my computer. The battery is at 27%. Okay, we got to charge it. Charge it after we say this. Okay. We got Shayna Baszler versus India Hartwell. She crushed her up. I know it's not fun. But I'm just saying, listen. Why they keep letting Shayna face all these weak opponents? Like, I mean, for all that, you might as well let Shayna face Natalya. Let Shayna face Nia Jax a week before Money in the Bank or something. Let them face each other. Like, I'm tired of these squash matches. And then like she broke her arm. Like what's the point of all that? That's just what I'm saying. What's the point of all that? Like, she brought in a ladder match. I'm sorry, y'all. Got plugged my guy charged this laptop. I thought I did, but yeah. But I mean, she needs to face better opponents. That's all I'm saying. Be right back. Just gotta charge this up real quick. Charging it up in the video. Charging it up in the video. Ah, charging it up in the video. Trying to charge this up. There we go. So sorry about that. Little technical difficulty, but we are still here. The chinchilla is still here. You see the screen brighten. I am here. Um, but yeah, like I don't get that though. I didn't like that. Like, let her face better competition. Come on now. We got all these superstars. She can face somebody better. So, as of now, after that match, we now know it's going to be Nia Jax versus Asuka versus Shayna and Dana Brooks. I can't believe Dana Brooks beat Naomi. Like, why? That that don't make sense. It really don't make sense. I mean, Dana Brooks is really talented. I know that. I mean, I know this is our first Money in the Bank ladder match, but I mean, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, Naomi was on a roll. Naomi a few months ago had Penn Bailey on SmackDown. Like, and then I mean, the Super Showdown she lost to her. I thought that was kind of messed up, but still, like, but as we move on, we got Ricochet and Cedric Alexander versus who is this? Shane and Brendan. Brendan or Brandon? um, yeah, this was a really good fast paced match. Like, I just couldn't keep up with Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. Like, they should face Street Profits at Money in the Bank. Be a pretty good back and forth speedy match that could go into SummerSlam. I would Okay, this is what I would do. I would let the Street Profits retain at Money in the Bank and then let them lose at SummerSlam. Or throw in the Viking Raiders, can be a triple threat, and then anything happens. But Ricochet and Alistair got the victory. Um yeah, they are a really quick tag team. I tell y'all. And and then I think they showed Lashley was picking up a tire. I don't I don't know. I'm like, what? Why is he picking up a tire? Like, I don't know. It's just it's just crazy. So of course we had a rematch from last week. We had Kairi Sane versus Nia Jax, and I know it's funny. Well, before they came out, they was interviewing them, and Oscar was, no one is ready for Oscar. I mean, my father was like, they been drinking. I said, I don't know, they probably. I said, I don't know. Shoot. I said that's what Oscar do every week. Just like they been drinking. I said, I don't know. So, of course, the same thing happened last week, this week. Nia Jax beat Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane was working on her leg. But Nia Jax overcame that and she got the victory. So, Nia Jax is going to be a big threat in their Money in the Bank ladder match. I really believe she will be. I really believe she should win Money in the Bank. If it's not, okay. So if it's not Asuka or if it's not Shayna, then let Nia win. I mean, I'm just saying. I know it's still two more spots left, so we'll see who's those two. Naomi better be in this match. I'm just saying. Naomi deserves it. I'm just saying, like, she was a two-time SmackDown Women's Champion. She should have won it on Raw too, but I'm just saying she needs to be in this match. She's too talented to be out of that. I mean, I'm just saying, if Dana is in it, Naomi need to be in it. That's just what I'm saying. Um, Next we have MVP versus Apollo Crews. MVP was running his mouth and talking about the people that he beat, well, the people that paved the way for Money in the Bank and how it sets people's careers either down or up. Out comes Apollo Crews. It had a really good match. It really was a good match. Really good back and forth match. MVP was kind of controlling the match at first. I think he was just outsmarting Apollo Crews and some moves and stuff that he did. He countered, but what was good, he countered a playmaker the first time, but the second time he got it, I said, "Whoa!" I thought that was it. Then he kicked out. Then Apollo Crews, the suicide dive. I'm like, everybody is doing this suicide dive outside the ring. Jeez. Gotta watch themselves, man. But he hit that big spine buster on them, and then Apollo Crews showed his incredible strength. I mean, he picked up MVP. He was just like, I'm like, whoa, go ahead. I'm like, I remember he had a good match with Aleister Black, so he was hanging in there with him. So I was like, okay. So, did the pick up the strength with him, throw him down, did a moonsault, another moonsault. I'm like, Jesus. Got the victory. I'm like, okay. So now Apollo Crews is in the Money in the Bank. So now it is, oh, let me get to the next match first. Rey Mysterio and Buddy Murphy. That match was really physical. Buddy Murphy, I don't know if he stepped on his hand or Ray hurt I don't know what finger it was, but one of his fingers was just messed up. So he had to really fight through pain. And I mean, Buddy Murphy stepped on his finger. He threw him outside the barricade, threw him on the other one on the when they got back in the ring, got on the top ropes trying to step on his finger. I'm like, come on, man, this is not no wrestling. This is come on, like wrestle. Like me personally, I don't like that. Like that's being cheap for real. Like I know injuries happen and stuff like that, but come on now, just back and forth action, a spine buster, a super kick, stuff like that. Not just when it's directed at one injury or one, yeah. Me personally, I just didn't like that. But it was still a good match though. But yeah, Rey Mysterio had the Hurricane on the steel steps. I was like, whew, I know that hurt his back. Like, yeah, this was some crazy. I'm like, I wouldn't got up from that. Man did a spinning DDT, had a near fall for Ray, but Ray got that 619 going. He called it out, hit him with it, did that frog splash from the top rope, and that was it. I was like, there you go, Ray. I'm like, there you go, Ray. I was like, okay, that's cool. So now we got Aleister Black, Apollo Crews, Daniel Bryan, and Rey Mysterio so far in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. I think it's going to be a really quick. They're going to have quickness in that match, speed, and agility. So it should be a really good match to watch and stuff. So next we had the Viking Raiders, carpool singing. The funniest thing they said throughout that whole sing along was "We worship Thor," and they was eating big chicken in the car. I'm like, what is they do? This carpooling was just funny. Um, Next we had Ruby Riot versus Liv Morgan. I was like, okay. It was interesting. Ruby before the match was saying, how better she is and how she's gonna feel to be alone now. She don't have her squad members with her. But I was like, Liv Morgan is cool. She beat Natalia the at the WrestleMania kickoff show. So I'm like, she's good. So they had that match. It was a pretty good match. A little back and forth. Liv Morgan is very athletic, man. She did that little the flatliner move. I say, okay, she diving in the ropes like a stunner or something. I'm like, man, these moves are good. Then they showed Bobby Lashley in the back. He picked up one tire. I was like, okay. So the next tire weighed more weight on it. I'm like, yeah, that's a big tire. At first, he couldn't pick it up. He was like, shh. I'm like, man, if you don't pick up that tire, you saw what all these other people did. You saw what Mark Henry did. Big Show punching the bag, and Mark Henry lifted up two big old trucks on his back a couple years ago on SmackDown. So he picked that up. I was like, okay. So Lashley was like, the whole roster needs to watch out for this type of strength. I said, okay, we'll see. They need to book them stronger or something. They should do that. Next, we had Charlotte in action versus Katie Carter. And Katie Carter was kind of giving it to Charlotte a little bit. She had it in this submission, and Charlotte couldn't get out of it. I was like, oh, like, see, there is a little, ain't no really, wouldn't really say a weakness or flaw, but you get Charlotte in some submissions or you just surprise her. I'm like, okay. But Charlotte, man, that big boot, I was like, dang, I thought that was gonna be it. She just took her out just like that. I'm like, damn. But she did a elbow to the mouth. That looked painful. She hit her one time, and then she hit her mouth. She hit her chest, leg. She was hit elbow her everywhere. Then of course, she did the little spear. Then she had the figure eight, and I was like, mm-hmm. It's like, look at you. So Charlotte Flair got the tap out victory, of course. Figure eight, too much pain to take, so that's how that was. Next we had Andrade versus Akira Tozawa, and I'm like, man, he need to stop losing. But they did say he won his match on NXT in the cruiserweight tournament. I was like, okay, but he almost beat him. He should have beat him. Shoot, he had three near falls. He was kicked him in his face. He had this submission on. I'm like, come on, man. Like, just make him lose, man. Like, but we know Drane got the hammerlock DDT in the corner, got the victory. I was like, look, if we saw Drew McIntyre just decimated him, somebody gonna beat Andrade for that U.S. title, and it could be Austin Theory. I'm probably or Angel Garcia. Ain't y'all tired of him being the champion? Like he's the champion. I know y'all group at the same time. Don't you want the belt? I could see a little split in that group if that happened. But we'll see. Next we had Street Profits coming out. Street Profits was funny. They was like, bring the thread, like again to bring the thread. They was on the table dancing. Byron Saxton was doing all this. He was dancing and stuff. I said, oh shucks, go ahead, Byron. I said, yo, that was funny. He was dancing his butt off. So they introduced the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. I'm like, she got some very long hair, boy. And she was facing Santana Garno. Um, it was a pretty good match. Santana had a few moves, but I was like, this is just Bianca just showing why she can beat Becky Lynch. No, I'm going over y'all. I'm sorry, but she can beat Becky Lynch. See how athletic she is. See all the moves that she's doing. She needs to face Becky Lynch, and she needs to be the woman's champion. She needs to. She can beat her. Oh, she can. Because I don't know why I don't know why they made it for Shayna to lose. Look, Bianca can beat her. She shouldn't be going no match where she determine what. She don't need to prove nothing. She needs a title match. And she can beat Becky. She really can. She's not injured. She looks fine. So she could beat her. So the main event was Drew McIntyre, Angel Garcia. We all know what happened. McIntyre with them Claymore kicks, but Angel Garza, just in the beginning, he was doing good. You know, when he got him outside the ring, hit him on a ring pole. But Drew McIntyre didn't even go down. He was just sitting, like he got hit with it, but he was just like running like in a little circle or something. But he was still standing on his feet. He just dropped to his one knee when Angel Garza did that drop kick from the turnbuckle, but he kicked out at one. I said, yeah, he ain't get a 2 count, got a 1 count. I'm like, Jesus. So Drew took over, gave him a suplex, gave him some Claiborne kicks, and he got the victory. And then it was before all of that, Drew McIntyre did a suicide dive on all three of them. Took out Andrade, took out Theory, came back, gave Angel Garza the Playboy kick, and that was it. I was like, of course, Elena Vega was like, she couldn't believe what happened. But I said, boy, he the truth. I'm telling y'all, he is the truth. So you better watch out. And then it was funny. He was talking to Byron Saxton. He was like, should I give him one more? And Byron was like, yeah, yeah. He went down there, gave him one more Claiborne kick, did the little pose out the ring, and that was it for Monday Night Raw. So Monday Night Raw was really good. And went on 22 minutes. Wow. It was really good. But like I said, they need to let Shayna face Nia next week. It needs to happen. And Bianca can face Asuka. Like she needs some better competition. Or she can face Kairi Sane and just have a really good back and forth match. Long as Bianca win. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to bury Kairi Sane, but look, Bianca's the truth. Let Bianca face Asuka and Shayna face Nia Jax next week. So, hope y'all like that review. Like, comment, and subscribe. Because there will be more. This is my longest review I did of the month. We'll see how next week be. All right. 1 million subscribers. Woo!